Think about the last time you were behind the wheel. Every little choice you made, right? Letting that car merge, or maybe, zipping past someone in a hurry. Well, all of that sets something in motion. It's this idea people call road karma. And believe me, it has a way bigger impact on your drive than you probably think. But let's be real for a second. Is driving karma actually a real thing? Or is it just some nice, feel-good concept? Does it really have any impact on your safety, your stress levels, day in and day out? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into right now. All right, so what exactly is it? First off, driving karma isn't some kind of magical, mystical force. Nope, it's actually a pretty simple idea. The way you act on the road directly influences how other people act around you. It's all based on a really powerful psychological principle called reciprocity. Basically, what you put out there, whether it's courtesy or, aggression, is very often what you get right back. So to really understand this, we've got to look under the hood, so to speak, at the actual psychology of what's going on when we're all out there driving. And this is where it gets super interesting, because we're not just talking about a nice idea anymore. We're talking about actual behavioral psychology. This goes way beyond just being polite. It's about tapping into these really deep-seated psychological triggers that get flipped on the second we get behind a wheel. So it turns out our brains are literally hardwired to mirror the behaviors we see around us. Think about it. When you're calm and you let someone in, you're sending out these subtle, subconscious signals to everyone else to just relax. You're actually lowering their mental stress. But flip that script. What happens when someone cuts you off? What's that immediate feeling? It's that defensive, primal gut reaction, right? That one aggressive move can set off a whole chain reaction of tension. You're basically setting the mood for your entire section of the road. Okay, so now that we know about this psychological trigger, it means you have a choice to make every single time you drive. So let's talk about the first path you can take, the one where your small, simple actions can create this huge, positive ripple effect. Let's start with something super simple, letting a car merge. I know, it feels like such a small thing, right? But that one tiny act of courtesy can prevent that thing we all hate, the phantom traffic jam. That chain reaction of braking that just ripples backward for miles and slows everybody down for no good reason. And this leads us to something absolutely critical, using your turn signal. Come on, it's not just about following a rule to avoid a ticket. It is the most important way we communicate non-verbally on the road. When you use your signal, you're replacing total uncertainty with predictability, and that instantly lowers the stress level of every single driver around you. And of course, there's the thank you wave. Don't underestimate this one. It's such a small gesture, but it's so powerful. It reinforces that good behavior, and it's like you're both acknowledging this unwritten social contract on the road. And you know what? It makes it way more likely that person is going to be courteous to the next driver, too. But, of course, this whole thing is a two-way street. So now let's talk about the other path, the one that just pumps stress and risk into the system, not just for you, but for literally everyone else sharing the road. I mean, just look at the difference here. When you maintain a safe following distance, it's an act of mutual respect, right? It gives everyone some breathing room. But tailgating, it does the exact opposite. It creates this intense, high-pressure bubble, and it forces the driver in front of you to constantly check their mirror instead of focusing on the road ahead. That is just a recipe for disaster. And hey, it's not just about tailgating. Think about these other behaviors. Cutting someone off? To them, that doesn't just feel rude. It feels like a personal challenge. Looking at your phone while driving, you're basically shouting that their safety means nothing to you. And that angry, unnecessary honk, that's like a direct injection of stress hormone into an already tense environment. It's the kind of thing that sparks road rage. All right, I know what some of you are probably thinking. Does any of this stuff actually work? Does anyone even notice in the middle of all that traffic chaos? Let's tackle that head on. Seriously, I can almost hear you thinking it. Sure, that's a nice thought, but in total gridlock, does anyone really care if I let one person merge? It's a totally fair question. Does a small act of kindness just get lost in all that noise? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. It is a huge, resounding yes. They absolutely do notice. Think about it. In a sea of anonymous, aggressive, hectic driving, a single act of courtesy stands out like a beacon. It's this tiny moment of human connection that breaks the usual pattern, and our brains are totally wired to pick up on stuff like that. Here's how it actually plays out. That person you just let merge, they feel a genuine wave of relief. The drivers behind you, they feel safer because your signal made you predictable.
And when you choose to just calmly ignore someone else's mistake instead of laying on the horn, you might have just stopped a full-blown road rage incident before it even started. All these little things register, even if it's just on a subconscious level.
So this brings us to the big payoff, the why does this matter to me part. Why should you personally care about practicing good road karma? Because it creates what you could call a virtuous cycle. It goes like this. Your one courteous action lowers another driver's stress. That makes them less likely to be aggressive and, hey, maybe even more likely to pay it forward. And what's the end result of all that? A calmer, more predictable, and just plain safer road for you and everybody else out there. So the benefits start to get really tangible, really fast. First, your personal stress level goes way down. Then, the road around you literally becomes safer. Suddenly, driving feels less like a daily battle and more like a cooperative effort. And imagine this, when enough of us do it, we're not just having a better commute, we're actually changing the entire driving culture of our community. And really, that's the key takeaway here. You don't have to sit around waiting for every other driver to get better. The power to make your own drive better and your community safer, well, that power is in your hands. You can be the one who leads by example. So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on the next time you're out on the road. Is it possible that your consistent, small acts of kindness today, letting someone merge, just being patient, using your signal, could actually prevent an accident that you'll never even see for a person you will never meet, maybe a week from now? Those ripple effects are real, and they start with you.
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.